What's up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Friday. I am so happy that today is Friday. You guys just don't understand. This week kind of felt like a long week to me, and it's probably because I have been very anxious to get to my vacation in 2 weeks. I'm going to New Orleans. I'm super excited because the snow, I don't know if you guys can see from my background, but the snow in Northeast Ohio kind of came and took everybody by surprise, I feel like. But I'm happy it's Friday. I'm happy it's the end of February. I think this month, not only like outside of, our video series, but I think this month was a great month. It kind of put a lot of things in perspective for myself, and how I should be attacking not only my purpose, but just life in general. And then, of course, on top of that, the goal for this month, we already know, was stillness. So we were talking about being still, which kind of centered around trust and listening and focus. So it all came full circle and it all just ended up working out. And I'm super excited that this month I was able to realize some of the things that I was able to realize, because now moving forward, I can be more intentional and more purposeful. So God is good, y'all. But let's go ahead and get right into today's video. As always, God is blessing us. He's always going to be blessing us. Today is our last day of talking about peace, but it's also our last video for the month. Of course, I'm going live tomorrow, but it's our last video for the month to talk about the importance of not only being peaceful or being in a peaceful state, but also stillness. Okay, on Wednesday we talked about how actually Monday and Wednesday we talked about how to live a peaceful life, or to actually experience peace every day, you have to have or you have to understand the importance of stillness and rest and being quiet, all those things that we've talked about in the month so far. So what does a life full of peace look like? Okay, what does that even look like? Because it's not that it's you just don't have anything going on. Okay, contrary to popular belief, being peaceful doesn't mean that there aren't external things around you that cause you to come out of character sometimes. Because I will be the first one to say that I am not perfect. I'll be the first one to say that a lot of things annoy me and sometimes take me outside of my character, and sometimes enrage me. A lot of things come into my life that sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, I do allow them to disturb me, and I don't even know why, even though I clearly know the key, but whatever. But yeah, so even though I would describe myself overall as a peaceful person, that doesn't mean that I don't have things going on in my life that are disruptive to my peace. That is not what that means at all. What it means is that my response to those situations is different than what my response would have been outside of living a lifestyle full of peace. Okay, so while those disturbances and chaotic situations and distractions may come into my life, I'm not blown over, or I'm not my life, you wouldn't be able to tell that my life is disturbed. And honestly, that's a good point too. I'm sidetracking myself, but that's a good point, because I feel like a lot of people that know me would never know that if I had, because right now actually life is going good, life is going great, but you would never know that I have a lot of things going on, or you would never know, even if you knew that things were going on, it's very hard to tell if it has disturbed me or not, because I am choosing to live my life full of peace. So even if I am upset about something, I could lose my job today. Lord, I don't want to lose my job, but I'm just saying, I could lose my job today. Something traumatic could happen to me today. But my response to that isn't, I'm not going to feed into the trauma or into the chaos or into the disturbances. My response is going to be like, you know what? Devil, you tried it, but I'm not going to let it alter my peace. My response has to be, and I think we talked about this a little bit on Monday, I have to remain silent, or remain still, or remain quiet, or remain at rest. I have to remain in a state that will not feed into those distractions. So there's a saying, and it's actually scriptural, but there's a saying that it goes a little something like this. No, but in the Bible, it talks about, there's a story where Jesus took his disciples onto this boat, and he went to sleep. And then all of a sudden, once he went to sleep, well, I don't know if once, but he went to sleep or whatever. And then like they came onto this like terrible storm where like the boat was rocking back and forth. It probably was similar something or similar or along the lines of Poseidon is what I'm thinking of in my head if you've seen that movie. And they're freaking out like humans do. We freak out at the sign of any storm or anything that could flip our boat over. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, Jesus, like, what the heck is going on? You're over here sleeping and we about to tip over. What's up? What's going on? He wakes up and immediately he says, peace be still. The reason that is important because, number one, he addressed the storm first. And I think actually Will taught class on this. I don't know. But number one, he addressed the storm first. So anytime, I feel like this happens to me all the time. Anytime I feel like I'm going through something and I'm praying to God, like, God, what the heck is going on? Okay? I'm about to lose it. I feel like God always addresses the storm or whatever is causing chaos first. Like he addresses that like, yo, let me calm that down and then let me come over here and calm you down. Because then after he does that, he turns around to them like, yo, like I've been with y'all all this time. You guys don't understand that, you guys don't trust me enough to know that I'm not gonna let this boat tip over while you guys are in it. And that's kind of what we have to do with ourselves and in remaining silent or understanding what a life full of peace is like. It's honestly trusting and knowing that whatever you're going through is not going to destroy you. Okay? Even though it may look catastrophic, even though it may look like you are not going to be able to come out on the other side, whatever you're going through is not going to destroy you. And I think that is the biggest component in understanding what it truly means to live a life full of peace is understanding that point right there. I'm not going to be destroyed by this. It may set me back a step or 5. You know, it may cause me to turn left and find another route back to my path, but it's not going to destroy me. And knowing that, I understand how to be still, how to be quiet, how to be at rest or how to be restful so I can experience peace every single day. So that is truly what it means. Thank you guys for watching this video. I know it's probably going to be another long video. I think my video on Wednesday was like 10 minutes, but thank you guys for hanging on to me. Remember, tomorrow I'm going to be going live probably around 4-ish just because I have to work in the morning, but I hope everyone has a wonderful Friday and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.